Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast, Space and Time podcast. This is Ryan Ozzy Smith, Angela Eureka Smith, and Chupacabra, the chihuahua that likes kisses.
And no
he's,
kissing on screen.
he's particularly affectionate today because it's a little bit cold. So that's a thing. I'm clicking into this and it did not work. Let me click into it again. There we go. So now we can see ourselves. All right, perfect. So we've got a couple of things that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to do a brief kind of discussion on one of these really awesome stories in the most recent issue. We also have... Are you climbing over? Is that what you're doing? What's going on? Trying to have a discussion, and you're...
He needs his kisses now.
He needs his kisses now, apparently. This is not working for me. Right. Either come over here or... Did he just beat you in the face? Okay. All right, cool. So you can hang out up here with me then. So we're going to have a brief discussion of... one of the stories in the magazine initially, our thoughts and kind of that sort of situation. And then we've got some updates about a really awesome website that was recently worked on by Angela. And I think you get down.
It's done. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little easier.
That was a whole situation.
That was a situation.
All right, so let's go ahead and let me bring it up here. We can kind of discuss it.
Mm-hmm. And that was the original point of this podcast, is we were going to be discussing a story and a poem from every issue. Each week, we focus on one story, one poem, so that we can really talk about it, celebrate the authors, the work that they've given, let all the readers and viewers know what is in the magazine.
Yeah.
We just had too many announcements at first.
Yeah, and some people it might encourage people to read stories that they originally thought were like, I didn't really get into it straight away, so I skipped to this story and I went somewhere else. And because that's the thing, sometimes with stories, if it doesn't hook you straight away, you're like, I'm going to go on to something else. Or it's not really my cup of tea type situation.
Yeah. And every author in here deserves to be celebrated. Every poet and author, because these are all fantastic.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't be in there if they weren't. So we're going to be talking about Recoverable Loss by Gabriele Micozzi. So how did you want to start it off? I mean, we were kind of talking about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to repeat everything we just said, because we just had an interesting discussion about it.
Yeah.
But what was your take on reading the story? Like, I really loved the kind of ethereal, liminal kind of atmosphere of it. You don't really know where you are.
Yeah, so and that was kind of the thing as well, as like a lot of these short stories, when you are initially starting off, you have to go in with an open mind and no expectations. Because when I was originally reading it, I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, it was describing things in a very poetic way, but I wanted it to make sense. And it didn't, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when you're describing something that is not the normal status quo or not a normal situation, it doesn't make sense in the world that we're living in now.
Yeah.
It's unique and artistic in its own way. And I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I hope I know by the end of it. But even then, at the end of the story, it was still kind of up in the air. Like, I felt like I read a story and a lot of things happened and there was some emotions and some feelings and things like that, but there's so much open to interpretation.
Yeah. And that's actually, I'm going to say, for people who are studying writing, this is an excellent show, don't tell. That thing that we hammer into people forever, and who even knows what it means anymore, because we repeat it so much.
Yeah.
But show, not tell is bringing in that world, instead of her having to say, they are in this place at this time, and these are the rules of it in that first paragraph, which is your prime real estate to hook your reader. She shows us this world and lets us unfold in it. But that's like the same thing. If you go into a place that you're not familiar with, a bar, a school, like just some place that you don't know, you don't need all those rules to start out. You will gather the rules of what this place is by everything around you. You can see, there's alcoholic drinks on this counter, must be a bar. Or high school where they let kids drink. That's interesting. You know what I mean? The story unfolds
Yeah.
for you as you're moving through it.
Yeah, and even though in that story you don't really know what kind of the setup is. If is it an organization? Is it a secret organization? Is it supernatural? Is it this? Is
Yeah.
it that? But it has a very corporate feel to it. So it doesn't really matter what it is. You
Yeah.
just know that it's corporate.
Yeah, because we've all been in that situation.
I have not, but not exactly.
Corporate oppression.
But I feel like yeah, in today's day and age, with most jobs, people have been in a corporate setting, so they know kind of the drudgery and the we just do we follow the rules, we do things a certain way.
Yeah.
And people
Tamp
do
down
have,
your humanity.
yeah. They reduce that, and it's like, does it fit into the box? Well, then you do this. Do you go A or do you go B? And when there's a C option, that's when things start getting funky.
Yeah, and that's the frustration that I think that people have with this kind of like corporate oppression, I'll say.
Yeah.
Not trying to diss on corporations.
Yeah, you are.
Corporates.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the human frustration but it doesn't make sense on a human level. And that's kind of what this story focuses on, is what does make sense on a human level. How far should we go to risk just to break rules for that human, to respect that humanity, which is everything sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and from the perspective of like a corporate perspective with the story, it refers to not necessarily humanity costing money, but the third option being expensive, the third option not being the easy path.
Yeah.
Which does come down to being human sometimes is like
not easy.
It hurts the bottom line, right? Which is kind of another additional meaning to it that I took.
Oh, you're reminding me. I don't want to forget this because it's something I noticed as well that you brought up when we were talking before. What a good job Gabrielle did with that character. I can't remember her name, but the secondary, because there's only like 3 voices in this.
So that's actually a lot of voices.
Oh, there is a lot of voices. Yeah. But you'll have to read it.
Three characters. It was Mara.
Yeah, Mara, right. And you were talking about how well she filled out Mara as a character. I actually sent her that in an editorial note.
Yeah.
How much I love what she did with Mara.
Yeah.
Who's a secondary character. She's not even the important character. Well, she is, but she captures that whole corporate discomfort.
Cynicism.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the cynical way of the description as well. I really liked that. What was it? She laughed, and it was similar, like a sharp laugh sound, similar to a drawer being closed with knives in it.
Yeah,
or something. Like, it's just like, ha!
Yeah,
like
that was so good.
Yeah. Very well described.
Her laugh was like a drawer. I don't know. You'll have to read the story. Because Gabrielle puts it so much better than what we're stumbling around with.
I reckon I was, Mara laughed once. It sounded like a drawer full of knives being shut.
Yeah. And that is such a... You feel that on an emotional level, as well as...
Because it's aggressive.
Yeah, fully description.
Laughs shouldn't be aggressive, and it's kind of a clattering, and it's not fun. But
and it's sharp and a little bit dangerous. And shut.
Yeah.
Shut away.
Yeah. Which is the description of a lot of things for Mara, is that she's closed away. She's like a closed door that never learned how to reopen or something.
Yeah.
So I like that as well. But anyway, really, really great story. And we really enjoyed reading it. Once again, the story is Recoverable Loss by Gabriele Micozzi.
Yeah, and a really fantastic job, Gabrielle. And thank you so much for sending it to Space and Time. We are honored to publish it because it's a perfect story.
Yep.
So, and it's actually our leading story. The issue will be out next week. We are still making a couple of couple of final selections on poetry, and then this issue will be released, and it will be released, drum roll. We usually will also talk about poems. We'll be sharing a poem and a story, but
you said drum roll and then you like buried the lead.
Forget the drum roll. I'm not ready for the drum roll yet.
Yeah.
Normally we will also be talking about one of the poems in the magazine that will be released in this issue, but we don't have them all selected right now. So we will be covering probably 2 poems next week.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
But I do want to point out, before that drum roll, look at the recoverable loss thing. I just want to point out See that little circle with the baby in it? That's a button. That's all I'm going to say. And then when you read it, you'll understand why there's a baby button
A baby button.
on this story.
This is an R-rated podcast. We're talking about the baby button.
So you will understand the baby button.
But yeah, that is another thing as well. When you guys are reading the stories, check out the illustration, like the little things that we put at the top, and it does have to do with the story. So, you know, Hands Across America and Baby Button. So, yeah. Anyway, so
now we can move on.
Now we can move on. Okay, so next topic, I believe it is the website, or
yes, because we have a couple of announcements, but they are all nestled in one big solid announcement that we've been working on for a while, and that is that Space and Time is now, well, it's actually Opportunities Press, which publishes Space and Time, now has a website, because I finally decided to grow up and actually have a website and stop trying to do it as a Substack page.
Yeah.
So anyways, we do have this beautiful website, finished it over the weekend. All the books, we're still putting the books in here. Opportunities Press actually has a lot of books that we've published. And they're not all mine. Those are just the easiest ones for me to grab right now. That's why it's a lot of those books and the magazine. But yeah, so all of these are going to be in here. This is actually buying direct from Opportunities Press too. So, and the coolest thing about this, and the reason why we did this, is right there, what you just looked at.
Wow.
Well, we'll go with these right now, because we're right here.
I can flick around. So Space and Time down the bottom.
Yeah, so you see that there are 4, it looks like I've accidentally copied the same issue 4 times.
Oh, goodness.
But no, if you look in the description, it is the standard print version, the dyslexia-friendly print edition, the large print edition, and the ebook. And one of the reasons why I finally decided to do a website is because it was really, really hard to get all the editions together.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for where the dyslexia-friendly print edition of this is appearing on Barnes & Nobles.
Yeah.
And so now we have it. You are free to shop wherever you want to shop, and I encourage it, your favorite retailer. But these are also all available here. These are print. They will ship right to you. It's being run through PayHip, which I love. So we are not handling your credit card details, thank goodness.
Yeah.
And it's all automated. So.
Well, and also when you're buying somewhat direct, which is what this is, then you don't have to play around with Amazon and all the other crap.
Yeah.
Like you've got us as customer service instead of Amazon, which means that we've got more flexibility.
Yeah.
So if anything does happen, we can sort it out a lot easier. Than on Amazon. And
the money from these is directly going back into the magazine for stories and poetry and the things that you love.
So if you're trying to cut out big business, it's
speaking of corporations,
definitely useful. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited about this, and we are going to have all the magazines are going to be up here because we've been working on that to make those available again, and and then all the different editions. And so going forward, every issue will have a dyslexia-friendly edition, a large print, the ebook, and the standard.
Yeah. All right, sweet. We also have on the website, there is the Space and Time section with some information. And tell us a little bit about this, Angela.
Yeah, there's our announcements. So if you're looking for the latest issue of Space and Time, you can go right there to read, and you can find it. That's where we just were. You can see all the issues populating there. An announcement for today is submissions just opened up for the next one that will appear in August. This will be for the submissions that open today are only going to be open till the 8th, and it's for issue 153 with the theme of Sharpen Your Tools. So, and there's all the information you need, as well as the next 2 submission calls. So if you scroll down, you can see all the submission calls coming up. I didn't want to put too much more because then it's scrolling forever.
Yeah,
but I might put the rest of them up.
Yeah, it's useful to know when things are happening. But since we're doing it monthly, just know generally towards the start of the month, we're gonna open submissions. Real easy to remember. And the breakdown. I don't know what's B.
Oh, it gets Bahia time. That's saying it's our time.
Really?
Yeah, but if you're in East Coast time, it will say East Coast time, or no, this is in your time zone. Whoever's looking at it. Yeah,
Well,
we're in
we're in
Bahia time.
Sao Paulo time.
Well, it's also called Bahia. Because Bahia time sounds so much cooler than
Nah.
I don't write it on there. It's like
Anyway,
still someone does.
so we've got that. And then we've got Celebrate.
Yeah, finally, this has been a passion project of mine since 2019, since we first took over the magazine.
Oh yeah, the reader choice.
Yeah, I wanted to do so the whole point of Reader's Choice Ballot is you can vote each issue on your favorite story and poem in that issue.
Yeah.
And then whoever is the favorite of all the favorites, whoever gets the most votes by the end of those top 5. Anyways, one person will walk away with the Linsner, and that is a trophy in honor of Gordon Linsner, who started the whole magazine back in 1966.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm
We're
super
getting
excited.
like a really big gold plate of his face, just like.
Actually, it's Sarah Reed, who is, a lot of people might
yeah.
know her, is a
Yeah, I
glass
remember.
blower, and she's making a custom glass trophy for this. And
Which
then,
is really awesome. Yeah.
yeah, I'm so excited. So we're supporting local art. Well,
Yeah.
it's not really local for us, but she's in our ecosphere.
Yes.
And yeah, and that'll be April 2027 that we do that.
Yep.
So I'm so excited for Gordon to like pass out that first trophy, or I guess it's all going to be virtual. Talk about that first trophy. So
very, very awesome. And then finally we have Connect.
Yep, and that's just where you can find us on Substack. That is where we talk about where this podcast lives, and where we share things. We've got the Opportunities calendar that talks about submissions that we have going on. But wow, it's like so fourth wall right now.
Well, it's actually going to be 17th wall here in a second, because every single time it rotates over, they're opening it further and further in.
Oh, that's funny.
So we're going to have a situation going here in a second.
And that is how they broke the whole space-time continuum.
Yeah, it's fun with streaming.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, this is where you can get access to the Opportunities calendar for submission calls and important author events, conventions and whatnot. Not just Space and Times, but all of them. We've got Space and Time magazine up there. Probably going to change the title of that because it's really now the Reader's Choice Awards.
Yep.
We've got Opportunities Press. So if you ever lose where to go to the bookshop, which is opportunitypress.com, you can go there and also find it. And yeah, and this is where a lot of our social media lives, because we do social media, but right here, that's where the actual heart of it is happening, and everything else is just like shared.
Yeah.
Oh, and then at the bottom is partner with us. So if you want to be a Space and Time partner and have your work spotlighted, we do vet these for things that will be of interest to the speculative community, which is what we are. Send a message about it and we will hook you up.
Yeah, and see how you can, be a part of the community and be part of everything that we got going on.
Yeah, and get your work featured to all the readers, which it took a lot of work to calculate this out. But if you go back to Space and Time and then click down on that partner thing, don't click it, but scroll down. It's 4,000 plus subscriber community and a 30,000 plus cross-platform audience of writers, readers, contributors, and creative professionals.
Yep.
That's a lot of work to figure out how that goes together and how you're supposed to count it and stuff.
Numbers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really proud of that. That is a decade and a half of building social media. So
yeah, it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, so that's all I have. Go to the Space and Time. I mean, what's not the Space and Time website? Go to the Opportunities Press website to see Space and Time and get the dyslexia edition, get the large print if you feel like it, find the latest edition, get the ebook. And that right there is where you can find the next 151. What are we up to? 152. Okay.
Up to 152.
Yeah, 151. I was like, oh, that's 150. So yeah, 151 is releasing next week, and I'm super excited. And this is where it will appear in all its glorious editions.
All right, sweet as. I've just thrown down the link there for anybody that is looking. And yeah, we'll go ahead and post some things on the Substack and keep you all updated.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much as well. Well done. Well done.
Very
well
good
done.
Podcast. Very good
Jolly
podcast,
jolly
Ryan.
good show. All right. We're off to walk a dog and go shopping. We love your faces, and we will see you next time.
Bye.